Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Preview. I'm Alex.
I'm Sean.
We're going to be watching the final Aquaman trailer. So the last thing that we watched was the extended trailer, which neither of us were too pleased about. If you're watching this and you've watched that last one, you're aware that we weren't really happy with the length and how much they showed. Personally, I felt that it was a little hodgepodgey, and I'm not saying the movie's going to be like that, but maybe it will. But the trailer just felt like it was all over the place. So I'm really interested to see what we're going to get with this final trailer. Like, what is it that they want us to see just before the movie comes out about a month from now?
Yeah.
Less than a month from now.
I mean, I think my thoughts were mostly because it felt like a normal trailer at the beginning and at the end, and we just got an extended scene in the middle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, make up your mind. Like, are we seeing an extended scene, or are you giving us? Like, what are you giving us?
I personally didn't think it didn't help me get to the theater to like rush to the theater to watch this movie. Like, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know, do I really need to see this? But again, I'm not like a huge fan, but I was interested prior to that extended trailer, and then I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, maybe this isn't for me. So it was like this weird mix of emotions. But then we both saw it on the big screen.
Yes.
And it felt better. What did we see that in front of? It was Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Crimes of Grindelwald. We saw the extended trailer on the big screen with the sound. And I think that helped for me.
Yeah, I mean...
I was like, okay, it's a little more epic and like not as silly as watching it like on my little laptop, so...
Well, I think trailers are always going to look and feel different watching it on the big screen than on a computer or iPhone or any Android phone or whatever, because they're not meant to be watched that way. They're meant to be watched on the big screen. So even if there's a trailer I like, watching it on a computer versus watching it on the big screen, it always feels and looks a lot better on that because it's meant to be viewed that way.
Of course, but sometimes the difference in how you feel about it is greater. Yeah. In some cases.
Because I think you always had a problem with the CGI with the water.
I did.
Watching on the computer, but watching on the big screen.
It was mainly the seahorses that I didn't like those seahorses.
But it looked better on the big screen
and also, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say also you also gotta remember, have to keep bringing this up. Movie's not finished yet. They still have been.
You keep saying that, but
because
it always looks the same.
True.
Every time you say that, and I watch the movie, I'm like, no, it just looks the same as the
trailer. Not all the time. No,
all the time. And I guarantee you, when I watch Aquaman, it's gonna be like this looks the same.
I mean, but this is an Aquaman. I'll give a good example. Remember in Black Panther, the shot with him like being kind of flipped in the air, and I remember specifically when we watched it the first time. We were like, ooh, that doesn't look real.
It still didn't look good. It still didn't look good.
But it looked better.
Ooh, better
in the
is
movie.
Not always good. What I was going to say, though, is that sometimes in context, like if you sort of build up to those CGI moments and like, because they went from this like Indiana Jones thing where it was like kind of gritty and dirty and it was this like kind of like adventure, like really real, like tactile, like you could kind of see and feel the room, and it's like, okay, I get this. So they kind of cut from that to here's this animated seahorse, and it was like, whoa, I don't like that. So I guess my point is that maybe when you're watching the movie, it's gonna feel a little bit better than it did for me when I was watching that trailer, like because it's gonna kind of ease. It's gonna ease you into it.
Yeah, there's a more natural flow to it, and I think again the CGI
flow, get it? Water, Aquaman, get it?
Waterman? I think it will flow better once we're actually in the movie. But with that being said, let's just watch the trailer.
Let's see what we got with this final trailer. Okay, press play.
Legend has it that one day, a new king will come who will use the power of the trident to put Atlantis back together again.
This is the exact spot that Volko gave me my first swimming lesson.
I already know how to swim.
Not even close.
My buddy!
You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. Go deeper. Uncover your Atlantean instincts. He spent his entire life training. Training to be the best.
My parents made me what I am. am the protector of the deep.
In this trident resides the power of Atlantis. In the wrong hands, it would bring destruction. But in the hands of the true heir, it would unite above and below.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise again.
We must stop him.
And how do you propose we do that?
By retrieving this.
I already got one of those.
Not like this one, you don't.
The war is coming to the surface whether you like it or not.
Your mother always knew you were special. She believed you'd be the one to unite our two worlds.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now I need something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
That was the first thing I was gonna say. Was this music speaks to me more than what we've seen so far?
Yeah, I really like the score. Yeah.
Thing number two.
Hopefully that's in there.
Thing number two. I think I pinpointed the CGI that I don't like. I don't like it when I see them jump. I don't like it when human beings
like
are
with
jumping.
like the bubbles
it's
afterwards.
No, just the way they're like in the air, just sort of like I don't know. That is weird. I appreciated the underwater more because we got just what I was talking about before we started playing the trailer. This intro, we watched him sort of grow up in like the course of like, you know, a minute. Like, oh, he's training. Like, oh, he's underwater. Like, I felt like that was the little intro that I needed to be able to accept this crazy underwater CGI world. Yeah. Like that was the stepping stone for me. I mean, so I feel so much better about this trailer than what they showed us last time. So much better.
I mean, I like, because this is actually, you know, regular trailer versus before that was kind of, I agree with you, a mismatch, but
yeah.
It's funny how the way Warner Bros. Decided to go about it is that we got introduced to Aquaman. We saw a little tease of him in B vs. S. We saw him in Justice League. Now he has his own movie, and now we're getting his full backstory as he was growing up, kind of what made him Aquaman. So we're kind of seeing it in reverse order. Like, we've already kind of met him before we kind of know what version of backstory they're going to give him. So, not the normal way you go about it, but
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of films that will do the origin story after the fact. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
Well, I mean, but you don't
but it's not that uncommon.
No, but
maybe not in today's game.
But Aquaman is a character that he hasn't had his own movie yet. Now, if this was like Batman, where we've been there, done that,
that's true.
Then you can just kind of like jump over his origin story because we all kind of know it. Not everybody is familiar with Aquaman's origin story. So it's interesting that we've met him before we kind of learned how he became Aquaman.
I think that's actually a great idea because it builds interest in a character that maybe, you know, your lay person, your average Joe who kind of just likes to watch anything no matter what it is, who might not give a crap about Aquaman. We kind of see like, oh, okay, there's this Aquaman who's got really sexy eyebrows, lots of pecs. This is great. Sorry, I'm projecting a lot here. But I actually liked the way they did it. I think it was better that they gave us a little tease, like, so how did this person get here? How did this Aquaman come to be? And like kind of gave us a little bit of a preview before we delved into this. But I think that's great.
But I'm wondering, are they gonna tell it like a linear story, like start where he's like being born, or are they just gonna do it where it's flashbacks of him kind of remembering when he was a kid? I'm curious how they're going to tell that story.
Well, right, because Wonder Woman, for example, if we're going with, because this is another DC movie, obviously, Wonder Woman did it that exact way, where it's just sort of like building on her childhood and learning about this world that she grew up in, and then we see her as an adult.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know if they're going to do it that way or if they're going to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Well, time will tell. I mean, James Wan, I have faith in him. As we're recording this, the early reviews are starting to come out, and they're all positive. Some are even saying, which is, I can't believe these words about to come out of my mouth. Some people think this is a better DC movie than The Dark Knight. That's kind of blasphemy, if you ask me. I don't know if that's possible.
Cannot.
But some people are saying that. Some people are saying it's as good as Wonder Woman. I hope that's the case.
Dark Knight, though.
Sorry,
don't talk to me about Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's in a league of its own, literally.
Top 5.
If this movie ends up being anywhere close to The Dark Knight, Warner Brothers would be throwing, not even a party, a freaking parade.
I feel like we would know if this movie was as good as The Dark Knight at this point.
I don't know if it's that good. And I'm not saying that, I don't want it to be, but it'd be hard because, The Dark Knight is a superhero movie that is beyond superhero.
So human.
You can get a person who hates superhero movies and have them watch The Dark Knight and love that.
That's true.
That's how good The Dark Knight is. Not to say that
Aquaman... Who said this?
Well, I mean, some of the critics that are saying that the words coming out on Twitter.
They're being paid.
Yeah, by
guys.
companies they work for. I don't think Warner Brothers is paying anybody. But I think that this movie, I hope that it's as good as Wonder Woman. I hope it's better than Batman versus Superman and things like that. I hope it is. And Justice League. Hope it is. But I don't think it's as good as The Dark Knight.
No, I don't think so either. But like you said, I think it will be as good as what we've gotten so far because of I saw in this trailer. Because I was missing that human element. I was missing... So we got the whole, you have to be king, the whole Lion King thing. Yeah. We got the whole, take your rightful place. You're the king. And he's like, no, what? I'm just a Hakuna Matata. I'm just a guy. You know? And so, that was kind of all I was getting up until this point. Granted, I did not read the comic books, so forgive me, but I would like to see these movies, so I would like them to grab me in that way.
I think it will.
Well, it did with this trailer, because it gave me more of who this person is from a different perspective, when he was younger, and sort of what it all means, and he's been training, he's been in this his whole life, and I don't know, I guess this is kind of what I've been looking for in the trailer. Before this. Yeah. So I'm much more pleased now.
Me too, and I'm just still hoping and praying that this movie can stand on its own, and I'm pretty sure it can, but also ties into the greater DC universe that we've been building up. Are we gonna see a cameo from any of the other superheroes like Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman? Are we gonna see Lex Luthor kind of trying to bring Orm or Black Manta into his little Legion of Doom or whatever they're gonna call it, team that he's building? Are we gonna see that? I just want to see a tie-in, just kind of without really having to compare it to the MCU, but a lot of the MCU movies, especially the origin movies or the first movie in the trilogy, they stand alone, but they it also tie into everything else that's been going on. Yeah. So I hope that we get some of that towards the. We don't have to get a lot of it. Just a little sprinkle of connectivity would be appreciated. I'm pretty sure that's going to be there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it will. So, I was so nervous going into this. I'm am I just gonna be angry for the next 10 minutes? Or
I'm feeling good. Don't get me wrong. When we watched the extended one, it's not that I hated what I was seeing. It's just that I didn't like the way they presented it.
I was just confused. I was just I don't want to see this movie. I was confused. I was just sort of not confused, but just confused as to what they're trying to tell me. Yeah. And what's in this for me? What is in this for me? I don't like this. But Willem Dafoe's in this. Why did no one tell me this before?
He was actually supposed to be in Justice League 2, but they cut that scene.
He's great.
There was a lot of problems with Justice League.
He's such a creepy dude. He's a villain though, right? Because
no, not in this one. He's not.
He can't be anything other than
I know he plays a villain.
Evil dude.
He plays a villain very, very well. Just it's like Spider-Man. That was great.
I know.
All right, guys. So, what do you guys think of this trailer? Did you like the final trailer? Are you excited for it? We're almost there. We're almost there. So, are you excited? What are your thoughts? Do you think there's going to be a lot of connective tissue between this and the rest of the DC universe that they've been building? What are your thoughts? Let's start the conversation below.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we were like talking about the extended trailer last time because people were really into the movie and we weren't because we didn't really like it. But those of you who are into it, we can talk now.
But look, Alex is now on board. She's on board now.
I'm on the ship, ladies and gentlemen.
She's above the water. She's not drowning anymore.
I'm on a seahorse, a CGI seahorse. Here I am.
Now you can talk to it. All right, let us know, guys. Also, subscribe, do all those great things. Also, hit that bell to be notified next time we launch our next video. But until then, we also will try to do a review of the movie when it does come out.
Yes.
So look forward to that as well.
Yes.
So
that won't be till next year because I'm going home for Christmas.
Yes.
To the cold.
But I might jump on the channel and give my initial thoughts.
Well, damn you.
But I won't go into. I'll wait for you to come back so we can do a spoiler review of the entire movie. But I might jump on the channel to say what I initially think, so you can look forward to that too.
Okay.
All right, but until then, I'm Sean.
I'm Alex.
Bye, guys.